Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to my review of Nightmare Alley, the film that you've probably not seen or heard of, because it has had the probably worst marketing I've seen for a film in quite some time, actually. This is a Fox Searchlight film, like Searchlight Pictures, and I believe it was under Fox initially, after doing a bit of digging. Not massively, but I'm pretty certain it was. And obviously Disney now own it, and they released it in January now, and then it's going to be put on Hulu, I think, in February 1st. That's like a streaming exclusive. This is a Guillermo del Toro film with Bradley Cooper, Cate Blanchett, Toni Collette, Ron Perlman, Willem Dafoe. All manner of actually great stars that you'd hear in any other discussion about any other film, and you'd go, wow, yeah, I want to watch that. But you wouldn't have heard of this film. And if you have, you've seen a trailer that paints it as some kind of horror film, and it's not. And I think the best way to describe this is noir thriller. And they really did drop the ball on marketing this film, because that trailer painted it out to be something that it's not. Now, it's a great film. I had a fantastic time with this film. Genuinely a really, really good film. A delight to watch, actually, from multiple angles. From a writing perspective to a technical perspective. The score was great. The lighting was amazing. It was a really, really well put together film. Genuinely enjoyed it. Del Toro, you know, this is unlike Del Toro's normal films, and I think he did really well with it. I would watch more Del Toro films like this. Put it that way. So what's this film about? I need to... The problem is, for you guys to want to watch this, I do have to go into some spoilers here, right? I have to. Because to properly explain how it's nothing like the trailer, I have to reveal, more of the story. So slight spoilers ahead. Not major ones, but slight spoilers ahead. This whole film is basically a snapshot life story of Bradley Cooper's character. We pick up with him after, he set a house on fire. And there's a bit of mystery surrounding that, which, resolves itself, and we learn the truth about it. And we open up with a very, very somber, yet almost menacing opening. He's pulling a body, chucks it into a hole, sets it on fire, and walks off. But there's a certain methodical nature to it. There's a certain conviction behind his actions which speak a lot to his emotional state at the time. Very torn, but pleased that he did it, I guess you could say. And this sort of action haunts him for the rest of the film, to a degree. His sort of nature of where he came from to where he's looking to go haunts him for the rest of the film. So anyway, he hops on to a coach, a bus, and winds up at a fairground ride. A fairground. I don't know what they're called over in the States, but basically he winds up at a fairground. And this is where he interacts with both Willem Dafoe's character as well as Ron Perlman. And there's a really key, important part of the story is the introduction of a geek. Now a geek, I need to look this up, but the introduction of this geek thing is basically a man that just will eat anything. A rabid man, beast, monster. Now, this obviously is not a man, beast, monster, right? In the trailer, it is made out, is he man or is he beast? It's kind of this expertly delivered line by Willem Dafoe, which is, he's such an incredible actor, and it's good to see him in more things recently. I think he did a really good job in this specifically. But this introduction of this geek and how they come to be is important, because it's pretty big foreshadowing. And yeah, quite sad actually. But you feel the sadness even on that introduction. Even though we're not focusing on this geek character. We're focused on Bradley Cooper. So anyway, Bradley Cooper lives amongst these sort of, fairground individuals. And then takes a fancy to another one. A woman. And essentially from there it becomes a bit of a downfall spiral of this man. He'd already interacted with Toni Collette's character, Xena, the sort of mystic, reads tarot cards and reads the crowd, all this kind of stuff. And this is where he sort of started to pick up, oh, I could do this, I could do this and I could leave this fairground, right? I'll get with this girl and we'll go off and do this together. And you get a real sense that he's sort of launching a bit of a plan. And anyway, so from there, he sort of becomes this big thing, and it's essentially the downfall of this guy from there. But it's all foreshadowed, and yeah, I don't want to reveal too much else from there. It sounds like I've revealed a lot. I haven't. This is a 2.5 hour film, 2 hours 20 minutes. So I've not actually revealed that much. But I just wanted to sort of explain it from there. It's a noir thriller, right? Noir thriller. Bradley Cooper does a superb job. Toni Collette is amazing. Willem Dafoe is always expertly acting in the roles that he does. He is so good in this. Ron Perlman, he's very one note. He's got a very resonant voice, but he's just this one note kind of actor. You kind of use him for the voice more than anything else because he's not a great actor, and he wasn't great in this. But his voice is what sells it all the time. But Bradley Cooper genuinely sold this, his character, and this sort of rise and downfall. Now, I want to talk more about how this film resonates with me on a technical level. Del Toro and the cinematographer behind this film did a really, really good job. And I know I've not spoken about Cate Blanchett's character. There's a reason for that. I can't go into too much spoilers. But anyway, Del Toro and the cinematographer behind this film do such a good job of the lighting. And I'll say it to you, you'll go watch this film and you'll know what I'm talking about. It's really apparent. When it's pointed out, it's so apparent. It's crystal clear. When people come into frame, when they are drawn to the camera, they move into the frame and the camera centers the focus, the framing is all there. The intention behind the filmmaker is to look at these characters in a certain way. What they've done is they frame the character on screen in a certain frame, not instantly. It's as they move into the frame, into their mark, into the placement. The light shimmers just across their eyes in just the right way, and it's done just throughout the film on certain characters here and there. Very, very smartly done. It's so good. So good. The up closeness of this film, the sort of claustrophobia, how it's shot. It's so good. It's a really good film. But just, God, they dropped the ball on the marketing. It's very difficult to go into how they dropped the ball. But it's just, it's not this horror film. But it's not terrible either. It is brutal. It is visceral. Good film. I really enjoyed this film. And it's not going to be to everyone's taste. I get that. It's not going to be to everyone's taste. But this was a very, very good film. The set designs were great. Obviously, this is set in the 40s. Or the 30s. 30s. Set design is great. Really, really nicely done. The music, the score is powerful. It's another character unto its own. And yeah, I would happily watch this film again. I don't say that much about films, but I think there's more to unpack about this. There's lots of twists and turns, lies, deceit, plans, expansion people wanted to achieve. And then the ultimate downfall of individuals with too much hubris. It was good. Really, really good. Cautionary tale, I guess you could say. So I'd love to hear your thoughts if you've seen it. Let me know down below. Did you like it as much as I did? Please do let me know. If you haven't heard of it, will you be watching it now? Again, drop your thoughts down below. Thank you all so much, though. Cheers, guys. Take care.